What's good, everyone? What is good, everyone? I want to welcome y'all to another edition of Triggered News Topics. And I'm your host, Lord Amen Ra. Today's title of the commentary is It is Time for a Third Party. Follow me. We all by now can see, unless we're deaf, dumb, and blind, that neither one of the parties are working for the American interests. And it's beyond racial lines now. White, black, Hispanic. But it's always been a term stated in this country that whenever white folks catch a cold, black folks catch a pneumonia. Because we are the canary in the mine. Now, we've been letting it be known that this country, for a long time, is not about what it projects to the world. Justice, freedom, the Constitution. Right now, we have both sides, Democrat and Republican, working in the cover of the night, bit by bit, trying to erode pieces of the Constitution all the time. We can see now that neither party listens, works for, or represents the American people. And now, in about a year, we have elections coming. Who do we vote for? Well, right now, it's coming down to lesser of two evils. And I am sick of that. We've been under the Trump regime, and we're now under the Biden regime, whose new meme now is Genocide Joe. Why? Because our illustrious president has chosen to put American tax dollars and soon to be maybe, well, people up in Congress are angling for it, both sides of the party, for us to physically be active into the war in the Middle East. And this is across party lines, people. Just like across party lines, people, that these people in the government have been misusing and embezzling our tax money. Instead of spending tax money on the American people, building back up our economy, providing training and for our youth so they can be able to get into these industries and thrive. No, they want to take our money and give it to everybody else but us. If it ain't outside the country, our money's going to Ukraine, and it's been going to Israel, but soon it's about to be up to about a mass amount, hundreds of billion. Well, they're trying to go for $100 billion now, while us, the American people, are hurting, starving under the pressure of inflation and high interest. And you've been to the store lately? Man, we just had Thanksgiving, and I swear, what was you can get for $200 maybe a couple years back, man, it's damn near even a good meal just to feed the immediate family. It's crazy, y'all. And both sides. Look, the Democrats are the pimps. They tell us what they want to hear. They rub our behind, smooth it out. But still, at the end of the day, they still in our pockets, taking our money and giving us the backhand with the rings on it. The Republican, they're just gangster about it. They're straight up with it. No chaser. You can see it when you're walking up. They're gonna tell you what it is, how it is, and if you get down, this is what happens if you don't comply. Now, we have the Democrats. Specifically in the black community, we have issues with them because how can you come out and say that we're your backbone and you have our back, but you benign neglect the shit out of us, insult us, knowing that we have stats in the FBI logs that we are the number one hate crime victims, but what does Biden do? Slaps us in the face and don't give us hate crime, but gives Asian American hate crimes after 1 year. And it's not about hating on the Asians either. It's about your term. Now, say if you stand in line for a concert, or maybe one night, 2 nights, gone through rain, went through cold winds, and then when the store opens up, you ready to walk in at your turn. But then a group of people just come in and just cut in front of you and just walk right in the store. How would you feel? You feel upset. And that's how I think a lot of Americans are feeling. Not just the blacks, because we are being inundated with a whole wave of illegal immigrants, because that's what they are. They didn't come to the home and properly ask if they can be a part, rent a room, rent a part of the basement. Nah, because see that way, that's a legit manner. If you're the owner of a home and person want to rent, you come through, you vet them, see their background, they could pay, they criminals, anything in that aspect. You lay down the rules of the house or the building or anything in that, so things can go in smooth. You can acclimate easily. But if you have a home and you go to the store, go to work, and all of a sudden you come home, your back door's kicked in, and you got all these folks in your house eating your food out your fridge, watching, running up your electricity, watching your Netflix. That's criminal. That's breaking and entering, trespassing, and if you want to get petty about it, thievery. So things like that, how our country is showing that they have no respect for the citizen, the American citizen. And it's all the way up the board, from the regular person that's just working 9 to 5 to a professional that's helped the system, maybe from military, police, uh, um, sanitation. We all getting screwed. And the Republicans, they're the same way. But it is, like I said, no chaser. They're going to tell you, we're going to cut programs, we're going to cut this, we're going to cut that. You got to get it on your own. And right now, I am tired. And I speak to a lot of people in the streets, and I'm hearing that they're tired also. There is time for something to be done. Something has to give. And if it don't give the positive way, it's going to give the negative way. So it's time for that third party. But we have to be vigilant, people, and we have to be uh, on the ball. We have to pick our own candidates from the grassroots, fund them and push them, because there is nowhere to run. Republican, Democrat, they're both two broken wings on the same dirty bird. They're not listening to us, they're not working for us, and they damn sure not representing us. They're representing these big money lobbies, foreign and domestic. We got foreign lobbies like APAC and Chinese lobbyists and Ukrainian lobbyists that's taking our hard-earned tax money. Then we have these big Fortune 500 corporations that are coming through and being subsidized with our tax money, lobbying uh, both sides of both parties against the American people's interests. I mean, what do you think January 6th was about? You can't feel it in the air? This country is in tatters, and both parties are messing it up. Republicans, Democrats, they're both racist. It's back to the analogy I said before, the pimp and the gangster. All right? We have to take back control. And one of the steps is a third party. We can do it. I mean, like I said, first and foremost, we have to pick our own candidates from the top to the bottom, from the local alderman to your mayor, senator, to the president. We have to pick them from the grassroots because only the grassroots is feeling what the American people are going through because the grassroots is the American people. And we have to stay on a bumper. We have to make sure that they stay true. And staying true also means funding. So we have to fund them and push them and be in their ear, writing them letters and emails. Two, we have to stay vigilant and keep our eye on both parties to make sure that none of these snakes, these people that are selling us out, embezzling our tax money, things of that aspect, they get to abandoning their ships and trying to slither their way into this third party. No, we have to be vigilant, keep our eyes on them. And three, we have to come to a consensus as American people, as a nation, that we are only going to be able to fix to make sure that our country survives. And what I mean by we're going to have to come to the same consensus, we're going to have to come to the point where we have to work together and we're going to have to repair, and not just repair for the present and the future, but also repair from all the pain and atrocities that this country has committed in the past. See, if it's not going to work one way, it's going to work the other way. If it ain't going to be out of love, it's going to get out of hate. And this country is going to, it is divided, but it's going to divide in a way where we're all not going to like it. Possibly another civil war, because we are polarized to that point, to that point. And really, it is not the people, but it is these parties. They're both playing off of us like ping pong. It's just like wrestling. You have the good guy and you have the heel. And then we have the people that are the fans. We come in to the arenas, we watch the shows, we pay the money, and then some of us we really get into it. So now we have a favorite. We have the good guy, and then we have the bad guy. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the match and at the end of the show, they're both in the same locker room, yucking it up, kicking it up, kicking it, and dividing that and getting that paycheck. So I'm about to wrap this up, but reason why I named this it's time for a third party because it's time, and I want to get this message out to the people. You have to hear this, and if you hear this, you need to share this and spread this because these folks that are in office now, Republican or Democrat, they don't care. They're both on their gangster stuff. All right, and they're embezzling our tax dollars and living the high life. Even with that Ukraine thing, a lot of that money was stolen. A lot of those politicians got them in their secret accounts. Just like a lot of those weapons that was sent over there, oh, miraculously just ends up over in Gaza and in Northern Africa. They've been tracking a lot of weapons. You understand? Then also, if they go with this war in the Middle East and try to go at Iran and be clear, both parties are pushing for this. Republicans and Democrats. They're gonna want to send our children, the grassroots children, not theirs. Oh no, they're not their people. See, we're gonna be the ones that feel the brunt of everything. We got to pay the debts of all the loans that they're taking. We're gonna have to pay the debts of all the family members that may die from this war. Because understand, this war ain't gonna be no simple. Just go over there, la la la, and kick that ass. No, no, no. These people over there have made alliances with a lot of other powerful nations. So it's going to be a tussle. And trust me, this nation is not up to it because of the corrupt movements of both parties in our government. And I'm telling you, the embezzlement and so-called miraculously losing of money, like General, what was his name, Flynn. He was investigating back in, I think it was around Trump's term, and he discovered $3 trillion was just missing. $3 trillion, people. That's our hard-earned sweat money that is just all of a sudden disappeared. So now these fat cats is getting richer and richer off of us. Like Elon Musk, he's not the financial genius that everybody thinks. A lot of his empire was subsidized with American money, tax money, and just as much as all these other big corporations. And then they doing what the hell they want. They're lobbying off our elected officials to do what they want and ignore us. So we have to grab control and form this third party and make sure we keep a rein on it. We got to unite. We got to unite. Even if we got issues, racial and all that other stuff, put that to the side. You know what I mean? We got to deal with what we got to deal with. But like I said before, once we get things in order, we're going to have to repair. It's going to have to be reparations. But we're going to say that for another time. I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, please, to help me out getting in the algorithm, subscribe, hit the like button. Do the God that favor, you know? And y'all have a good night, especially on these holidays. So happy holidays and have a safe holiday. Good night. Another episode, of Triggered News Topics. And I'm your host, Thy Lord Amin Ra. Peace.